Guys, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing the 20-second prompt for the It's My Christmas Nows challenge, which I co-hosted with Sharkay, and I will link her channel down below. And I am cheating a little bit for this challenge. As you can see, I'm kind of upcycling my Manny from the gold prompt, from the 30th prompt, to do my Rudolph prompt, as you can see here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a decal from this Uber Chic plate. This is Uber Chic Christmas 01, and I'm going to be using this adorable little Rudolph image right here. And there is actually a smaller image on this plate of the exact same thing. So if you have shorter nails, you could obviously go ahead and use that. Awesome. And I'm going to be stamping with this brown stamping polish from Born Pretty store, and this is the darker of the two browns. This is number 15. And I'm using my Uber Chic Beauty stamper and my Born Pretty store scraper to do this. So first I'm just going to pick up the image. Just like that. I'm going to give him a little sec, maybe let's say 30 seconds or so to dry, and then I'm going to put a top coat on him, and I will meet you guys right back to fill him in. So filling in this decal is extremely simple. I'm going to be taking two different brown shades. I'm taking Yo Soy from Wet n Wild, which is just a nude color, and I'm taking the same stamping polish, and I'm going to put down some of the Yo Soy just down here on my little mat. I'm going to kind of use a lot just because this brown is really, really dark. And I just want it a little bit darker. I don't know how well you guys can see here on my ring finger. It's darker than that shade, but not terribly dark. So I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of this darker brown. I'm going to start with that, and I'm just using my dotting tool. And I'm going to mix these two tan colors together, these two brown colors together, to see if I can get a darker shade. And I think that might be good right there. Yeah, that looks perfect, actually. Make sure I mix them up pretty well here. And this decal is really easy because you only need one color, basically. So I think that looks good enough. It's incorporated enough that it's not going to make too much of a difference. So I'm just going to take my dotting tool and fill in his whole face and his ears with this brown color. Just like that. Super simple. Very easy. So after I finish this, I'm going to give him a little while to dry, 5 or 10 minutes, just to make sure he's completely dry. And then I will peel him off of the stamper head and trim him up a little bit. And then we can apply him, and I'll show you how I got this cute little red nose. So I've got my little decal here. He is all dried and trimmed up, ready to go, as you can see. So I'm just going to pick him up in some tweezers just to make it a little bit easier for myself. And I'm just going to kind of try to position him where I want him. Just move him around a little bit here. And I think that's good. Give a little check here. Nope, he's crooked. He does not want to cooperate, can you tell? This is one of those things that never wants to work right when you're on camera. It works fine the first time, and then once you're on camera, it does not cooperate. Okay, so I think he looks good. Give him a little smush down so he kind of stays put for a minute. So I'm going to take my cheap little dollar store top coat, and I'm just going to wipe most of it off the brush, just where I have a little bit on there. Or I could flick them off completely. Okay, so for the second time I've got him positioned where I want him, I'm just going to take my cheap little top coat and put it a little bit down under here just to make the ends stick down. Just like that, and then I'm just going to do the exact same thing for the other side. Smush them down and smooth them out a little bit. Don't press too hard though, because you'll tear them. Okay, so now I got my little guy on there, and I think he's so cute. I love him. So now I'm going to take this monstrous size dotting tool. How big that thing is. And I'm going to start out with a little bit of red stamping polish from Born Pretty Store. It's number 5. And I'm going to use my monstrous dotting tool, like I said, to put a little red blob right over his little brown nose, because Rudolph doesn't have a brown nose, he has a red nose. It's nice and saturated with polish. And there's Rudolph's little nose. So I'm going to give that 2 or 3 minutes to dry. Make sure it's pretty dry. And then I will come right back and add the glitter to where it's got that like 3-dimensional look. I've given this a couple minutes to dry, and I even went back in with my dotting tool and poked it again just to thin it out a little bit because it was a little thicker than I had intended. But to make it glittery, I'm going to be using this gorgeous polish from Madame Glam. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's called Hottie Me. And it's just a gorgeous red glitter polish. So once again, I'm going to take the fat end of my dotting tool, and I'm just going to scoop up some of this polish on the brush here. And get a bunch of it on the end of my dotting tool, like a lot, like to where it's almost going to drip off, but not quite. That looks okay. And I'm just going to put it right on Rudolph's nose. And that's pretty much it. That's all I did. And I am going to wait probably 5 minutes or so before I top coat that nail, just to make sure that the nose is completely dry, so that way I don't accidentally drag it across the nail. But that's the finished result. You can see here on my right hand how it's very 3-dimensional looking. Super duper cute. And I did make his nose a little too big on my right hand, but that's okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see how I got the gold nails to begin with, go ahead and check that video out. I will link it down below for you. So if you guys like this, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and of course, come back to see me next time. Bye.